So tell us the story about body dysmorphia and not being well, because what I haven't heard about before is this Mr. Gleason. Yeah. And as soon as you mentioned his name, my mind went into, we should track him down.
Yeah, I think he actually passed on quite a few years ago, which I was quite saddened about.
Because he sounds like a good role model.
He was brilliant. Yeah.
He sounds like a father replacement, a big brother replacement, a mentor. I mean, I can't imagine he'd be following you around the streets to protect you. But that's overdoing it. That would be a bit weird.
He's the type of guy, I think, that would leave people to go through their stuff on their own.
So a proper mensch of a guy who wouldn't kind of mollycoddle or steal your lessons, but he'd prepare you and show you so you empower yourself.
Yeah.
So it went from that into, as you mentioned, body dysmorphia. Did you start to define yourself by the way that you look, or by it feeling strong, or where does the body dysmorphia story come in?
I think it was because I felt I was of the shorter stature. I wouldn't say anyone necessarily teased me about that, but I had things said to me very early on, like, if you were taller, you'd be handsome. And they made a massive impact on me then.
That's supposed to be a compliment, I'm guessing.
I don't know what that is, but I can say it didn't really help me.
No, exactly.
But, you know, things like that are really powerful. And I think that when you're growing up, when you're 15, 16, I mean, that was probably in my early to mid-20s, I had that said to me.
That's a sensitive time, though. Early to mid-20s is when you want to be, like, gigoloing about the place, surely.
True, I was anything but that. I was just in the gym.
Right.
Literally.
Was the gym a place to avoid, or a place to be safe, or
it's
your
just,
domain?
To me, when I walked in there, it just felt like I could shut out the outside world. In terms of Wags, part of his gym was in the church. And it was so kind of symbolic to me. It was actually an ongoing joke to people, like, oh, where are you off to? I'm like, I'm going to church. You know, little did they know that I was pushing myself close to something really bad happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where did it go? By you saying something really bad happening and the way you've mentioned?
Well, we used to do mad things, like we used to load up this bar with 10 45-pound plates either side, and we'd walk out with our bodies trembling to the point where one false step and I don't know what would have happened. But
wow. So why did you do that?
Again, it was like that. I just wanted to push myself to the limits, and if it felt scary in terms of training, I felt I was doing the right thing.
So it wasn't really peer pressure, it was you.
Yeah. In my own head, I was like just a demon, I think. The things I used to say to myself, like if someone said that to me now, well, I don't know what would happen, but I wouldn't take that from someone saying those type of things I used to say in my own head about myself.
So the stuff you used to say to yourself, you made up. It's not something that other people said to you and then you listened to and took on.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it came from anywhere else. And I think that was the hardest bit. It was like I was well and truly fighting myself. I was well and truly putting myself down.
Why? Like, where did that start and where did it come from?
Good question. In terms of, like, as I've got older, I've seen it in different ways. Like when I was growing up, I just saw it as, why is everyone else so weak? Why is everyone else just sitting down eating chocolate biscuits? Like, have they not got more willpower than that? Like, here's me, I'm eating purely for function. I'm not eating for enjoyment like you weak lot. You know, so...
So, was there a line that went, I might not be tall enough to be handsome, but at least I'm not stuffing my face with stuff like you are, you stupid idiots?
Yeah, pretty much. And there was a line in Pumping Iron from a guy in there that was training around Arnold at the time, and the guy that was filming interviewed him, and he said something along the line of, my dad was taller, so at least if I couldn't be as tall as him, I wanted to be as wide as him.
Wow.